Okay, so having some trouble here with OBS. Oh, we have a new follower here, Stab Lord. Thanks for the follow. Um, yeah, I can't get this stream deck to work, and hopefully this problem fixes itself. But either way, today gonna be playing Frozen Expanse. So this is the 4th map pack for Cartographers. And yeah, this one says so you can play with the base game or heroes. We're gonna be playing with just the base game, and then there are a couple mini expansions that go sort of well with it. So we have both of those: Architects mini expansion and Ambush 2 mini expansion. And then there's a couple monster cards that are specifically for this map. So we're gonna use all of that. Yeah. So hopefully this stream deck will start to wake up. It says waiting for OBS, so I'm not sure what that's about. But anyway, so yeah, I'm just gonna read this real quick. So we're using side F1. We're gonna start with F1. We'll probably end up doing both maps here. And select 2 other ambush cards at random. Shuffle them together with the 2 new ambush cards to form the ambush deck. So that's what these are. So we have the Direwolf Prow. So this says after drawing the Direwolf, destroy an empty scouted space or an empty ruined space. And then we got Frost Giant Advance. So when all spaces of the Frost Giant are surrounded or destroyed, fill a scouted space or fill a ruined space with any terrain type excluding mountains. And then with the Architects mini expansion, we get Stone Spine Mountains, which allows you to draw a mountain on your board, which is nice. So we're going to use that. That'll go in the Explore deck. And then, like it says, I guess we'll just shuffle these monsters. And we'll pick 2. So that we just have 4 for the one game. And then we're going to mix these with the new that come with the expansion. So just shuffle these up a little bit. Okay. All right. And then I've got 4 scoring cards. So 1 for the houses, 1 for the forest, 1 for farm and water, and then the directional one. Not sure what that's called. So back to the rules here for this. It's scouted spaces, so that's a new thing. I'll move this up here. So this is what the map looks like, and as you can see, we have some scouted spaces. So these are already filled in on the board. So we have like a water space here, farm, houses, trees. You can see these are already pre-drawn in. And then at the end of summer and winter, we're going to get points for those being filled in with the proper terrain. So it explains that right here. It says scouted spaces have faded marks that indicate one of the 4 primary terrain types. And these spaces begin empty and can only be filled with the terrain of the indicated type. However, hero attack patterns can still be drawn in scouted spaces. Alright, then we have the other part of this expansion is the Frozen Lake here. So this has 3 coins. So it's 3 coins on this side, and then on the back side, it's got 4 coins. And if you surround this lake, this frozen lake, you get those 3 coins. So simple enough. Put these scoring cards out. I'm going to shuffle them up. And we are adding from the Architects mini expansion, Jail's Advice. So this actually goes really well with the Stone Spine Mountains, and it replaces the directional scoring card here. So what it says is give 1 reputation star for each different terrain type adjacent to each mountain. So I'll change up the decision space a little bit there. We'll just shuffle these up. Okay, and then we have Forest first. So Stoneside Forest will be the A scoring card. B scoring card is going to be Great City. So that's your largest cluster of village spaces not adjacent to a mountain. And then for C, we have Jail's Advice. So this is the new one from the expansion. And for D, we have Canal Lake. So that's going to be, again, just a point for farm and water. Actually, these look way too familiar. Like I had these yesterday. There's not too many scoring cards, but since I had some of those yesterday, or they sound way too familiar, I'm just going to pull 3 new ones. So we have this is from Heroes. And this would be from the base game. So we have the houses, we have the farm and the water, and then we got the trees. So these will be the scoring cards. So we'll just shuffle these, put these out. We got Mage's Valley, Shield Gate, Tree Tower. So we have Shield Gate on A. So this is your second largest cluster of village spaces. Will give you 2 points per space. And Mage's Valley is going to be water adjacent to mountains will give you 2 points. And then farm adjacent to mountains will give you 1 point. And this is a point for each different terrain type adjacent to a mountain. And again, we're adding this Stone Spine Mountain card, so we'll be able to draw mountains if we get lucky. And then Tree Tower. So this is earn 1 reputation star for each forest space surrounded on all 4 sides by filled spaces or the edge of the map. Okay. True gamer here. I got my monster. Alright, so I've shuffled in the 2 monster cards, the original ones, and then the 2 that came with this map pack. And then we're going to add this, Stone Spine Mountains, and we're going to add this first monster. We'll shuffle the Explore deck. And if anyone has any questions on how to play, feel free to ask. So, shuffle up this Explore deck, and got to get some skill cards out. Shuffle the skill deck, since probably you've seen all the skill cards over the past couple streams that I've done. We're just working our way through the base game with the map packs. And then I would think I would like to do heroes as well, so I mean, maybe not right away, but we'll see. So, put 3 skills out. There we have Knowledge, Cure Wounds, and Summon. Okay, so 2 free skill cards. Knowledge and Summon are free. I want to make sure I use Summon. I forgot to use it last time. So Knowledge is during the draw phase, fill the chosen shape with village terrain instead of an available terrain. And then Summon is during the draw phase, if an ambush card is revealed, draw the shape with a +1 or -1 square, minimum of 1. And then Cure Wounds does cost a coin. Says during the draw phase, draw an additional 2x1 shape adjacent to the monsters to a monster space. Fill it with an available terrain type. Alright, those are the skill cards for game 1. And we're playing with this stream deck. I'm not sure why this is not working. Just says waiting for OBS. I'll try to relaunch it real quick, because I definitely use this. Okay, let's try it now. So we'll go to my board. This is where all the action happens. We'll be drawing everything. Okay, so it's working now. And yeah, I'm gonna fill this out. I need my colored pencils. Alright, let's see. So we need some green. We need farm, houses, regular pencil. We got blue. We got purple for the monsters, and I think that's all we'll need. Nice. Okay, I'm gonna start flipping cards here. I'll fill this out real quick. Alright, so the first Explore card, I'm going to flip this here, and then we'll start drawing. Okay, so we got Orchard, and just a brief explanation for anyone who doesn't know what's going on. So this is going to be our time. This is how long the season lasts right here. So in spring, when we get to 8, we stop. So right now it's 2 of 8. And with this Explorer card, we have the option to draw farms and then trees in that shape. So I'll bring this down here. And yeah, what do we want to draw? So it's going to really depend on these scoring cards. And we're going to get a point for each forest space surrounded on all 4 sides. So really, just looking at this here, this has a scouting space, so this has to be forest. So I think if I go like this, we're already getting a couple points there for tree tower. So I think that's where I'm going to draw it. So fill this spot in here. And that's going to be our first Explore card. Alright, next Explore card. We got another 2 times, so we're halfway through spring already. With just 2 cards. I'm losing my voice here. Homestead, so we can draw houses or farms. And yeah, Shield Gate is on A, so we're going to want to draw houses here to try to start getting some points for that. But where do I want to put it? So it says your second largest cluster of village spaces is going to give you 2 points per space. So let's just start making a cluster of village spaces here. And again, that's another scouted space right there. So that has to be filled in with houses. Alright, that was our next Explore card. We'll flip another one. Okay, and we got the Stone Spine Mountain card. So this is from the Architect's mini expansion here. And you add this to the Explore deck, and it's compatible with both. And then at the end of the season, this card is shuffled back into the Explore deck. So there's a chance here we could get 4 extra mountains, which would be really good for Jail's advice. So we're gonna draw this here on the board, and we could put this anywhere. And I'm sort of thinking if we keep all 4 sides of it open, that's just more points for the scoring card for Jail's advice. Because you're going to get 1 point for each different terrain adjacent to each mountain. So you can kind of see here they're showing this mountain space has water, houses, and trees, so it's 3 points for that mountain. And then this has only trees next to it, so 1. Simple enough. So we're going to put a mountain here on the board somewhere. I'm sort of thinking like right here, just random. Alright, that's my best mountain right there. So we'll fill that in. That's going to be a coin too if we do end up surrounding it. I guess I could use a brown colored pencil here for the mountains. Nice. Alright, so that's free. That doesn't cost any time. And we'll flip another Explore card. And we have another 2 times. So this is Hinterland Stream. We got to draw farm and water. In this shape. Now, what I'm thinking here is, if we use this knowledge skill card, during the draw phase, fill the chosen shape with village terrain instead of an available terrain type. So, because it's going to be 2, 4, 6, 8 points. Do I want to use that skill card here? Because then this would be a size 5 cluster of village spaces. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's sort of where I was thinking about putting it. And then for Shield Gate, we would get 2, 4, 6, 8 points, as opposed to just drawing water adjacent to mountain. We could get 4 points. So I am going to do that. We're going to use this knowledge skill card, so I'll just write that down. You can only use 1 skill card per season. And we're going to fill this with, instead of water and farms, we're going to use houses. So a good spot for this. Maybe like this. Get another scouted space filled there. Okay. So that was a free skill card. We're at 6 time. And there's a good chance this could be the last Explore card. So let's see, we have Temple Ruins. So the next Explore card, we have to put on a ruin space on our paper. And then again, we're going to get Bugbear Assault. So this is a monster card. It seems to be happening a lot. Getting a temple than a monster. So with the solo rules, you're just going to start where this little square is colored in. That's going to be your paper. So you're going to start up here. And then you look at these directional arrows. So this says clockwise. So we're going to work our way down and draw this Bugbear Assault in the first legal place. So first legal place is end up right here. Okay. Now remember, we got that Temple Ruins card, so then this next Explore card will have to go on a ruin space. So we end up getting this Hamlet, and this gives you, gotta draw houses, and you can choose between these 2 shapes. Now this smaller shape here is going to give you a coin, and then the bigger shape is just going to be 5 squares. Now with Shield Gate, right now we can get an extra 2 points by adding this, maybe 3 points. So we're going to add this smaller shape right here to this cluster of village spaces. And we'll fill it in. Now this is on top of a ruin because we did get that ruins card prior. So and now instead of having a size 4 cluster of village spaces. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and then our second largest ends up being this 5, so we get the 10 points for Shield Gate. And that is still only 7 time. And we also get a coin for filling that in, or drawing that smaller shape. All right, looking at the time, 2, 4, 6, 7. So we're gonna flip another Explore card, and we end up getting another Temple Ruins. This is crazy. And then Marshlands. So this Marshlands has to go on a ruined space as well. And it's this trees or water in that T shape. So what do we want to draw here? Probably water. Water is going to give us 2 points adjacent to each mountain space. So we could probably get some water like right here and fill in another one of those scouted spaces before the end of summer. So and that is on top of Temple Ruins. So we have another scouted space, and then for Mage's Valley, it's going to be 2 4 points for being next to a mountain. And that's going to wrap up the first season. So that's spring. We're at the 8 time mark. So we have 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Pull that monster out, and we'll add another monster to the deck for the next season, and we'll shuffle this Explore deck. And then we're going to score B, A, and B, like it says in spring. We'll put this over to summer for the next season. And right now we're scoring A and B. So for A, we have Shield Gate. Now Shield Gate says 2 reputation stars for each village space in the second largest cluster of village spaces. So this is our largest cluster, and this is our second largest cluster. So we're going to get 2 points in that second largest cluster. So 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. We get 10 points for A. B, Mage's Valley. So it's going to be water spaces adjacent to mountain spaces. Let me move this up a little so you can see. It says earn 2 reputation stars for each water space adjacent to a mountain space, and then 1 reputation star for each farm adjacent to a mountain space. So looking at our paper, we got so far just these 2 that are adjacent to mountains. So 4 points for B. We have 1 coin right there from drawing that smaller shape. And then monsters, we're going to be -1 for each empty space adjacent to a monster. So we got -1, 2, 3, 4. So then our total is 11, because we got 10 for A, 4 for B, -4 from the monsters. So then 1 coin would be 11. Okay. So then we're done with summer or spring. So now we're scoring, or we're going to do summer. So summer is also 8 time, and we'll start flipping these Explore cards. And after summer, we score these scouted spaces as well. So first Explore card is going to be Great River. So we've got to draw water, and we could do this smaller shape and get a coin, or we could do this larger shape and not get a coin. I think I'm going to go with that smaller shape because it looks like it will fit right in here. It'll actually get us 2 coins for surrounding this mountain, and it will get rid of some of those empty spaces that are adjacent to the monsters. And it's going to cover one side of this frozen lake. So it seems like a solid move. It's also going to be 2 points for Mage's Valley again. So right there, we just drew that smaller shape. We'll get 1 coin. We also surrounded this mountain, so we'll get 2 coins. And yeah, that's it. Alright, next, explore card. We're at 1 time. Okay, Riftlands. So this is a free, no time card where you can draw any of the available terrains. So let me think about this. We're scoring B and C now. C is Jail's Advice, which is a point for each terrain type adjacent to each mountain space. So looking at this one, this mountain space right now would get us 1, 2, 3 points. Because we have 2 forests and then a house and a water. And then over here we just have water, so that's 1. And then this mountain that we drew is 1 for the house. And I really want to get those points for Mage's Valley. So I might just put something like right here for do water. For the 2 points on Mage's Valley. Seems good. Alright, we'll flip another explore card. And we got Forest, or Forgotten Forest. So we have to draw Forest here. We can choose that smaller shape or the larger shape. Again, with that smaller shape giving you a coin, it's pretty enticing. And we're also getting points for Tree Tower, not this season, but the next season. So that's going to be each fully surrounded forest space. So we're at 4 right now with that. Maybe put some forest here against this mountain. How do I want to draw this? Okay, so I think what I'm going to do is get another point here for the scouted spaces. So we're going to do that smaller shape. Like that. Fill this in with trees. And that's another scouted space done right there. So we'll get a coin for drawing the smaller shape. Alright, that's going to be 4 coins total. And then we put forest next to that mountain. So right now, each mountain can technically score you 4 points with Jail's Advice. The scoring card here. So that's kind of my thought process there, is try to get the 4 on as many of the mountains as I can. Alright. So we're at 2 time. We'll flip another explore card. Alright, this puts us at 4, and we have homestead. So this is houses or farms in that shape. Now we haven't drawn any farms yet, and it's going to be a point for each farm adjacent to a mountain space. So I would really like to get these 3 coins. But I would also like to add up that second largest cluster. Make that bigger. So I think I'm going to put houses here. Start filling in around this frozen lake. Alright, and what that's going to do is make this now our second largest cluster. So we have the 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 space cluster, and then we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So this will be 14 points when we score Shield Gate again in winter. Okay, 4 out of 8 time. So we're halfway through summer. And we'll flip another Explore card. So we have Temple Ruins this time. And Hinterland Stream, so this has to go on another temple space. And these temple spaces, we got one here, one here, one here, and one here. Now we can't draw it on this one. And I forgot to use Summon again. Actually, I think that monster card came from Spring. So, we could have used Summon, but I think we used Knowledge. Now... I sort of like the idea of using Knowledge again. But I want to save it for that Summon. So we'll see if that comes back to bite me, but I'm going to draw farms right here. And we're going to get that other scouted space. So that's at least 1 point, and 1 point for Jail's Advice having a farm, and then 1 point for Mage's Valley. So that seems good. So we'll just draw it like that. Oh, that was not on a Temple Ruins. So yeah, this has to go on a temple space. So you can see we're kind of restricted on where we can put this. So I kind of like this right here. Now that I'm looking at it, there's 2 temple spaces real close together. I'm going to use that same shape and we'll fill it. Maybe should we use water? Let's do water. Why would you not do water, right? It's 2 points. So we're going to do it like this. And then that's the Hinterland Stream. So we chose the water shape. We drew it just like it is there on the paper or on the card. And we're getting a point for having a water adjacent to this mountain. And then 2 points for Mage's Valley. And then 2 points here and 1 from Jail's Advice. So I know that probably doesn't make sense, but I'll explain it as I score it. So right now, looking at the Explore cards, in total we have 2, 4, 6 time. And summer is 8 long, so 2 more time, and then this will be the end of the summer season. So we'll flip another Explore card, and there's your 2 times. So this is the last Explore card for summer. Alright, so where do I want to draw this? So which one of these clusters is our largest? It's this one, right? With 9. So we have 4, 5, 6, 7, and then this one is 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So yeah, if we drew this, let me see. Can we go like 1, 2, 3? No. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. No. I mean, that's not bad, right? We could go right there. just making this our second largest for 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, so 18 points. Now we're not scoring shield gate now is the thing. We're also not scoring tree tower, so I think we do that. We'll put this like this. So we're gonna do this shape here and we'll fill it with house spaces. So just like that. Then we'll go down, leaving this wide open. Now we don't want to join these two house clusters together because that will ruin the shield gate. We want to make sure that these are two separate clusters for the rest of the game. And if you could see there, we kind of covered all four sides of the mountain like it shows here on this mountain space that we drew ourselves. So we'll get a coin for that. And yeah, that's it. So that's the end of the summer season. I'm going to add it up here. First, I'll take the... Yeah, we didn't get any monsters, so what we're going to do is just add one to the explore deck and shuffle that to get it ready for the fall season. And we didn't end up using any skill cards that season, so this time we're scoring B and C. So for B, Mage's Valley. You're going to get 2 points for each water space adjacent to a mountain space, and 1 point for each farm adjacent to a mountain space. So we'll do water first. We got 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12 for B. Or, yeah, no farms. We have no farm. So B will be 12 points. And C, this is the Architect's mini expansion scoring card, Jail's Advice. So this says 1 point for each different terrain type adjacent to each mountain. So we'll just go mountain by mountain here. And we'll start with this one. So this has 1, 2, 3 different terrain types adjacent. So we get 3 for that mountain. 1 for this mountain. It only has water. This is the next mountain space, so what are we at? 4. This would be 5, 6, 7. Nothing for that. 8, 9, and 10. So we get 10 for C. Then we'll score our coins. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 coins. And then we'll subtract for our monster points. So we did fill in some of those, but we still have 1, 2 open. So we'll get -2 for that season. So that comes out to 25. And then, as you can see here on the Frozen Exapnse map, it has a little plus symbol. And I guess it's 1 point for each scouted space that you filled in with the correct terrain type. So, looking at these terrain types, I colored them in so they're a little easier to see. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 points. So 5 extra points there for the scouted spaces. Now we'll put these scoring cards back, and we're ready to go to the fall season. Now I've already shuffled and added the monster card, so we're gonna flip this explore card right away and start drawing. So we have orchard. This is 2 time. Now fall is shorter, so I forgot to move this. This is 7 time. So this is where the seasons get a little shorter. So 2 out of 7 right now. And we're gonna draw this orchard. So this could be trees or farms in this shape. So where do I want to put this? All right, just thinking, we're not scoring B anymore, and that's Mage's Valley, so we're not going to get that 1 point for a farm adjacent to a mountain, but we will still get it from Jail's advice. So I think it's best here to draw trees, so long as they are surrounded on all 4 sides. And I really want to leave this house or this open to bring this cluster of house spaces through here to expand on that shield gate scoring card. So maybe the best option for this is just to put forest up here in the corner to ensure that these are surrounded. Okay, that's the first one. So 2 time out of 7, we'll flip another one. And we get a Temple Ruins card, so this has to go on a temple space, this next explore card. And of course we get the Dire Wolf. So we'll do the Dire Wolf first. And this is a card that comes with the expansion, I think. So it says Dire Wolf Prowl. After drawing the Dire Wolf, destroy an empty scouted space or an empty ruined space. And we're going to do ruined space, but we have to draw this Dire Wolf first. And for the solo rules, again, starting in this bottom left corner. So right here. And there's nothing down there, so we can just draw as is. Okay. So now we have the Dire Wolf down here. It says after drawing the Dire Wolf, destroy an empty scouted space or an empty ruined space. So we're going to take just our regular pencil here to destroy a ruined space. Now, which ruined space do I want to destroy? Actually, we only have this one left, right? Nope, there's one right there. So we could just destroy that space. But we know we have Temple Ruins card coming up next. So right before the Dire Wolf, this Temple Ruins card was drawn. And the way it works following the rules is you resolve this monster card first, then the Temple Ruins card will apply to the next explore card. So we did this, now we just need to destroy one of these ruin spaces. So we'll destroy this space. Okay, and destroyed spaces are just filled spaces. They don't really hurt. Actually, that kind of helped because it's filling in around this frozen tundra. When we surround this lake, we'll get those 3 coins. So we're done with the Dire Wolf card. So back to the mat here, we're going to flip another explore card. And we have farmland. Now, this farmland will apply, or the Temple Ruins card will apply to this farmland. So we do have to draw this over a temple space. So it's got to be farms, and it's got to go on here. Now, I think we just get the coin. For drawing that smaller shape there. Okay. So that's going to be that. And then for our time, we're at 3 of 7. So let's flip another explore card. This will be 4 and 5, so Treetop Village. So we could draw houses or trees here. Let me see. Have some erasers stuff everywhere. Which one of these clusters is bigger? So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. And then this one is 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So maybe we draw this village down this way. Now if we go this way, I kind of like that. Yep. I mean, we do have 2 seasons here to get that scouted space filled in. I don't know. We're going to go over here. So we're going to draw this as house spaces. So shape is going to look like this. So it's 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, and then fill it with the house terrain. Excuse me. So all right. So this village terrain, or this cluster of villages, is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. And this one, we have 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. So that puts us at 24 points so far on Shield Gate. And looking at this time here, we got 2, 4, 5 out of the 7. So flip another explore card, and we get another monster. So this is the Kobold Onslaught. We're going to draw that. And we might as well use Summon because we haven't. So Summon is a free skill card that says during the draw phase, if an ambush card is revealed, which it was, draw the shape with a +1 or -1 square, minimum of 1. So we'll start in this bottom left corner like it says, and it can't be drawn here, so we'll just go until it can be drawn. So it can't be drawn here because you can't fill scouted space with monster spaces, I don't think. So we'll keep going around until we can draw it. And it doesn't look like it can be any of these outer squares. So then we'll move in 1 square to the middle and work our way up. And right here is going to be the first spot that it can be drawn. Now, since we're using Summon, we get to take a single space off of the monster. Now, I'm going to take this space off. So it's going to look like that instead of having this as well. So I think that's how the Summon card works. Someone can let me know in the comments or whatever, or maybe in chat that that's not right, but for now that's what I'm going with. And back to the time, we have 5 out of 7. So we'll flip, and then this is going to put us at 7 out of 7. So this is the final Explorer card for the fall season. And we got Homestead again. Now, Homestead, where do we want to put this? No clue. Maybe right here, get rid of some of these -1s, get another scouted space filled in. Really, I would like to get that shield gate just as big as I can. And again, this is our largest cluster here, and this would be our small. So we would want to draw that like this, adding 4 spaces to shield gate. So yeah, let's do that. Okay. Now we'll count these up real quick. We have this cluster of village and this cluster of village. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. And then this cluster is 5, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. So 28 points there for Shield Gate. Not bad so far. Go back to the mat here. We ended up getting a monster that time. Or it was 2 monsters, so we ended up getting the Cobalt Onslaught, so we'll take that out of the Explore deck, and the Dire Wolf Prow, so that'll also come out. We'll add the final monster. We'll shuffle the Explore deck, and then we're going to change this season over to Winter. So this is the final season of the game. And it's the shortest season of the game, so it's only 6 time. And we scored the D and A scoring cards there. But right now, that was the end of the fall. So we're going to score C and D first. So C and D, score C first. So this is Jail's Advice. Again, it's 1 point for each different terrain type adjacent to each mountain. So we have 3 here on this mountain because water, houses, trees. So 3, 4, 5, 6 because of this monster. 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. I'm not sure if that's right. Let's do it again. So we got trees, water, houses. So 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Yeah, so 12 points for C. And then we'll score D. So D is Tree Tower, so you're going to get 1 point for each forest space that's completely surrounded. So looking at our forest spaces, these 4 are completely surrounded. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. These are not surrounded, so it's just 7 points for D. And then coins 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then monsters, it's minus 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Wow. That's pretty rough. We gotta fill in some of those monster spaces. That's definitely where I'm lacking here. I mean, minus 11 is pretty bad. So let's see, we got 13 and 12. Actually, I think our total score for that season is only 14. 7 and 6 is 13. Minus 11 is 2. Plus 12 is 14. That's pretty bad. All right, so for the fall season, we end up scoring 14 points. So right now we have the 11, 25, 5 scouted, and 14 for fall. So last season here is winter. We'll score this D and A scoring cards. So again, you score Tree Tower and Shield Gate, which we've been working on all game. And then we'll get the points from the scouted spaces. Hopefully I don't forget about some of these, at least we used summon that time. Some of these skill cards. Skill cards are pretty helpful. We might want to use Cure Wounds, being that the monsters gave us like minus 11 that time. So Cure Wounds says, during the draw phase, draw an additional 2x1 shape adjacent to a monster space, fill it with an available terrain type. So we may just end up using that here. And that's going to get rid of some of those minus 1s. And it costs a coin, so. Anywho, let's start flipping. We got Fishing Village. Alright, this is 2 time. And we only have 6 time in the winter, so let's see. Now, we can't fit this village anywhere to add it to this cluster, I don't think. And again, this is our largest, right? So it was 16 and 14. So maybe we just put this right here. Keep going with that shield gate scoring card. Seems good. Flip. We got temple ruins. So we have no more temple spaces on the board. Alright, and we're at 4 times. So this temple ruins card will apply to this scoring card. Or explore card. And we have to draw this on a temple now. Since we have no temples left, we draw a 1x1 square anywhere. And fill it with any terrain, I guess. So I kind of like just putting a farm here, right? Is there anywhere where we can get a coin? We could get a coin there. So could be good there. I mean, we get 3 coins if we go here. And that still would not connect these 2 clusters of village spaces. So I actually like that. We're going to go with village right there. And now if you look at the frozen lake here, it's fully surrounded. So we're going to get those 3 coins. And yeah, I guess surrounding your temple or filling your temple spaces is a pretty good strategy, because then you get that 1x1 shape of anything. Okay, 4 out of 6 time will flip. Okay, this will put us at 5, and it is Hamlet, so another house space, which I like. The question is, we have to keep these clusters. We want to score our second largest, so I'm going to count these again real quick. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. So we can add this right here. We'll actually get 2 coins, and we'll get rid of one of those monster spaces. And make, I don't know, these 2 clusters. It's getting crazy here. So 2 coins. We drew that smaller shape, and we surrounded this mountain space. So that's going to put us at 5 time. Now, this could be the last scoring card of the season. Okay, this is farmland, and it is the last scoring card of the season. So we may just use knowledge. I need to count these 2 village clusters again. And you'll see why I'm doing this when we score shield gates. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. So this cluster of village spaces, you can see it doesn't connect to this cluster. So we have 20. I'm actually just going to write that here. So this is 20, and then we have 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. This is perfect. So what we'll do this is some weird music. I made this playlist a long time ago. So I'm going to use knowledge. So we're going to use a skill card here. This one's free. So it doesn't cost a coin or anything, and it says during the draw phase, fill the chosen shape with village terrain instead of an available terrain type. So we're not going to do farm here. We're going to use that smaller shape to get the coin. And we'll just put it here. Making both of these clusters now 20 spaces. So that ends up being 40 points for shield gate. So that could be pretty helpful. I like that. 2, 4, 6 times. So this is over. That's the end of the first game. So I'm going to score D and A here. Going back to our paper. Now the D scoring card is Tree Tower. So we didn't really add any trees there, and we didn't really surround anymore. So the score is going to be exactly the same. It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Oh, I guess we surrounded this one, so it's 8. 8 instead of 7 for D. Then we'll score A. So this is the big one. This is the one I sort of worked on all game here, trying to get that second largest cluster. And we know this one's 20, and this one should now be 20. So if you're tied, you still get the points, I think. So we have 20 here. We'll score this one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. So 20 and 20. So you're going to get 2 points per space. So 20 times 2 is 40. So we end up scoring 40 for the A scoring card shield gate. And then we'll count our coins. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. And then we will subtract the monsters. Monsters, we have minus 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So if we subtract 9 from, I think our total here is just 50. Because it's, yeah. So it's 11 minus 9, which is 2, plus the 8 is 10, plus 40 is 50. And then we'll score 1 point for each scouted space. So, again, these are the ones that are already filled in. So, I colored them in. A little easier to see here. So, 1 point. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and that's it. So we only got 5 of the scouted spaces. Now, for the total score of the game, we're going to add up all the seasons and then subtract the numbers in the bottom right of the scoring cards. So we'll add this up. We have 50, 60, 74, 85. Or no, 75. So then 85, 99. So 110. I'm just going to use the calculator here to check my math real quick. Not the best at math. So we have 11 plus 25 plus 5 plus 14 plus 55. Yes. So it's 110. And then we subtract these numbers on the scoring cards that are in the bottom right. So we'll total these up. Right here we have 40, 50, 60, 77. So 110 minus 77 is 33. So overall, we end up getting the legendary cartographer there. Anything above 30 is good for legendary cartographer. So I'm happy with that. That was a good game. We'll flip this Frozen Expanse over to the backside here, and we'll play again. Now, looking at the difference here in where the frozen lake is. So on this side, the frozen lake is here, and then on this side, it's in the middle, and you can see it gives you 4 coins for surrounding it instead of the 3. So that would be the main difference there. And for our second game here, we'll shuffle up the scoring cards. We're gonna get some new scoring cards, some new skill cards. So we have one from the trees, one from the patterns, one from the houses, one from the farms. And then shuffle this up. Okay, so I grabbed the wrong stack here. Yeah. So those would have been from the Heroes expansion. Okay, so we have one from the patterns, one for the houses, one for the farms and water, and then we need trees. All right, so we'll mix these up, put them out. This is going to be the next scoring cards for game 2. And I do like this map pack. I think the scouted spaces are cool. So these scouted spaces are already filled in for you, and then it kind of forces you to have to put, houses on this and trees on here, but it rewards you later on. So put these out. We have Greenboro for A. Is this? Yeah. So I'm trying to keep the scoring cards just from the base game. We got Shoreside Expanse for B. We have Wild Holds for C. I do like that one. So that is 8 points for each cluster of village bases that is 6 or bigger. And then this is probably also one of my favorite pattern scoring cards. So this is going to give you 6 points for each row or column that's completely filled in on the map. And these are the 4 monster cards that we got from the last game. So let me see, what did I do? So wasn't there two scoring cards, or maybe it was just the direwolf? I don't know. Oh, maybe it got shuffled in. Something I didn't think about. There it is, Frost Giant Advance. So we'll take that out. That never got drawn. What else? There's got to be maybe another one in here. And we will play with the Stone Spire, or Stone Spine, whatever it's called, card again, where we can draw mountains. We only got it once last game. So then we'll take 2 of these. We have the Direwolf and the Frost Giant. And then I'll shuffle up the original monsters. Take 2, 1, 2, and these will get shuffled. Just mix them up a little bit. Add 1 to the Explore deck. Shuffle the Explore deck. A lot of shuffling, right? I will say shuffling is a little easier with these sleeved cards. You just kind of mix them in. And then that's our Explore deck. So we got our scoring cards. We have the Explore deck ready. I'm going to do 3 new skills since we played with those skills last game. And for the skills, we have Concentrate. So that costs 3 coins. This says during the draw phase, if an ambush card is not revealed, draw the chosen shape a second time. Fill it with the same terrain type, so you'll be able to draw the shape twice. I mean, that's expensive though, it costs 3 coins. Alright, we have search, which is free. And during the draw phase, draw an additional 1x1 square adjacent to the drawn shape. Fill it with the same terrain type. So that's going to be huge with wild holds. And we have acrobatics. So 1-0 cost, 1-2 cost, 1-3 cost. Acrobatics is during the draw phase. If an ambush card is revealed, the shape drawn on your map is a 2x1 shape instead of the depicted shape. And I think that's it. So we're ready to go. We are ready to go. So before I start here, we're ready to flip some explore cards and start drawing again. But before I start, I'm going to take a quick bathroom break. So I'll be right back. Alright, we're back here. So I'm going to flip that first Explore card now and get started. So we got Marshlands. And we're going to be scoring A and B first. So right away I'm thinking I can get 3 points for drawing water. And then, I mean, that is a big shape. So it would be each row and column scores you 1 point for Greenboro for forest. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 points for forest. So gonna go with that forest. But where do I want to put it? So right here seems good. We're gonna get a couple scouted spaces right off the bat. I'm sort of thinking like this, maybe just upside down. And then we'll color in these 2 forest spaces. So those are the scouted spaces. So forest have to go there. All right, 2 time out of 8, flipping the next explore card. All right, we got farmland. So this is the 2 options for farm. You could draw that smaller one, get a coin, bigger one, not get a coin, so on. We have to draw a farm here. Now, this smaller shape, we could put right here, get a coin, and 2 points for having those 2 scouted spaces filled in. Oh, this is a little hard to see. So, move this up, maybe over a little, and put the card right there. All right. So, I'm sort of thinking we just go right here. So we'll get 3 points for Shoreside Expanse, since it's not touching any water or the edge of the map. So go with farms right here. Start filling in these scouted spaces as fast as we can. So the other thing to think about is that frozen lake right there in the middle. So when we fully surround that, we'll get those 4 coins, and coins are always good. So we do get 1 coin for drawing that smaller shape right now. Alright, and we're at 3. Okay, 4, 5. So 5 time out of 8. And then we'll score A and B. So this is the hinterland stream. Now we have the option here between farm and water. And I sort of think we can just get some of this lake covered in. We also get 3 points for having a farm cluster that is not touching a water space or the edge of the map. Alright, there's my farms. I'll color in that scouted space. Okay, next explore card 5. Okay, Temple Ruins and Orchard. So that would be 2, 4, 6, 7 time. And this orchard's got to go on the Temple Ruin space, so I like the Shoreside Expanse situation where we're getting 3 points for each cluster of farms. But Greenboro is going to be a point for each row and column with a forest base. So this could take 1, 2, 3 columns and 2 rows being 5 points. I think that's a little better. And yeah, we can just put this right here. Now we get another scouted space, and then we surround 2 of the sides of the frozen lake. Nice. Oh, I did forget this has to be on a temple. Even with the card right there in front of me, I forgot about the temple, so. Let's see. Is there a better spot? That temple makes me almost want to put it. See, there are no more farm scouted spaces, and I'm sort of looking at filling those in. And I wouldn't want to put it here because then we're going to lose 2 points on those rows for the Greenboro scoring card. So, yeah. Maybe we just go right here. I don't see why not. Actually, this is even better right here. Or is it? I'm changing my mind again. Okay, so we're gonna go with this. Yeah, right there's good. Alright, now we went on that temple ruin space right there next to the mountain. And then that will give us, so Greenboro is 1 point for each forest space in each row and column. So you count the same forest space twice for rows and columns. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 points there for Greenboro. Alright, back to this map. We got 2, 4, 6, 7 of 8 times. So this could be the last explore card we flipped for the first season. And it is. and it's Forgotten Forest. So when I originally first drew this, let me show you here. When I originally first drew this like this, I was thinking maybe I will get another forest and I could just draw like this card exactly, and I could draw it like that because it would have been like this. But yeah, now we have it. I think it's best we just go right here. So we'll get another scouted space there and a coin for drawing that smaller shape. And then we're surrounding this lake, so that's going to give us, we want to do that as soon as possible, I think. So that's going to give us 4 coins, and the coins are counted throughout the whole game. But that is the end of spring, so 2, 4, 6, 8 time. And then we have no monsters, so we will add a monster to the Explore deck and then shuffle. We haven't seen that Stone Spine Mountain card come up. And that's really helpful, getting to draw that extra mountain on your board. Paper, whatever you want to call it. So this is shuffled up. And for the next season, which is summer, we'll be scoring the B and C scorecards. But right now we're scoring A and B. Right now A, as I was saying, it's Greenboro, so you're going to get a point for each row and column with a forest base. Now you can count the same forest base for rows and columns. So the way this is scored is like, we'll do columns first. So this column has a forest base. So this will be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and then 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 points for A. And then we have 1 coin. And then for B, the B scoring card is Shoreside Expanse. So this is 3 points for each farm or water space that's not adjacent to a farm or water space, and also not adjacent to the edge of the map. So the wording is a little strange on some of these cards, but that's the best way I can explain it. So we have a farm space here that's not adjacent to water or the edge of the map. And then we have another one here. So we just get 6 points for B. 1 coin, no monsters, 21 total for spring. So not bad. Go back to the mat. Scoring B and C. So this will be the final time we score that Shoreside Expanse. So we want to get as many points for that as we can. And then the Wild Holds is going to be 8 points, which is big, for each cluster of village spaces that's 6 or bigger. And that might be where I want to use this search skill card. So there are some cards where village clusters are drawn in 5, and then we can use that that search skill card to make it 1 bigger, putting it at 6, giving us the 8 points. Alright, first scoring card, or explore card, Temple Ruins. Next one, Hinterland's Stream. So this has to go on a temple space. Now, preferably in such a way that the farm or the water that we draw is not touching another farm or water, so that we can keep those 3 points. But it does have to go on a temple, so maybe like this, and we could do water. It doesn't matter, so farm or water's all 3. We really need to get this scoring card out of the way because we're sort of drawing like stuff spread out. The Borderlands card is on D, so that's going to be 6 points for each full column or full row. So yeah, that's kind of one of the big ones. So we'll go back here. 2 out of 8. This will be 4. Now we can do our first village cluster to try to get those 8 points from wild holds, and that's exactly what I'm going to do. So I'll draw it sort of like this. Like right here, we're also going to get a scouted space point. So that's how I chose to draw that. And then we have 4 out of 8 times. So we'll flip another explore card here, and that will be 6. And this is where we're going to use that search. We're going to use that skill card here, search. You get rid of all of these little eraser shapings or whatever they're called. And yeah, they're really everywhere. You make a bunch of mistakes or change your mind. So we got 6 times. We're going to draw houses. And we're going to use this search skill card. So the skill card says during the draw phase, draw an additional 1x1 square adjacent to the drawn shape. Fill it with the same terrain type. So this is going to be 5 spaces, and we'll use search to make it 6, which will then give us the 8 points for wild holds. And there's really no other stipulations. It just has to be 6 or bigger. So let's go around both of these clusters or these scout spaces and fill this with houses. And we'll write down that we're using search here. And search is free, which is nice. It doesn't cost a coin. And then we can just add 1 to that and make it the same terrain. Now you can kind of see we got 3 of those 3 sides of that mountain covered, so could also get a coin here soon. Alright, we're on 6. Flip again. Alright, and this is the final scoring card, so that puts us at 8 times, end of summer, and I know exactly what I'm doing with this village. We're gonna get the 8 points instead of drawing water and getting 3. So I'm gonna draw this 4 square right here. Yeah, where do I want to do this? Right here. And we'll fill it with village terrain, and I'll kind of explain why I'm doing this. So again, so we get 8 points for wild holds for each cluster of village spaces that's 6 or bigger. Nice. Alright, that was the end of summer. We got no monsters again, so we're definitely going to get hounded here by the monster. And we'll shuffle in another monster, so fall season coming up. We haven't drawn a single monster yet. Where are all the cartographer fans at? Or just board game fans in general? So we shuffled the explore deck. Scoring up this, we have B and C, so we'll do B first. So this is shoreside expanse again. So 3 points for each farm or water space that's not touching farm or water spaces, and also not the edge of the map. So 3, 6, 9 points. 1 coin. We'll score C. This is 8 points for each village cluster that's 6 or bigger. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So we get 16 points for C. No monsters yet. So then we have 10 and 16, which is 26. And then scouted spaces are a point each. Now I've colored them in, so hopefully it's easier to see. We have like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 so far. So we'll put 8 in there for scouted. And then change this over to fall. And fall's a little shorter than spring and summer, so it's 7 time. And we're scoring wild holds and Borderlands. So first flip is Treetop Village. So right away, I'm just going to use exactly what I did last season. I'm going to draw this as Village. And I'll use that skill card to make this. I'll use the search skill card to make this one bigger so that it's 6 right away, 8 points. Easy enough. And I think the best place for this might just be right here. So we're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then maybe 6. So then we'll get a coin for surrounding this mountain. So draw it like that, as it is on the card. And then we use that search skill card to make it one bigger. So now that is another cluster of village spaces at 6 or bigger. So we get the 8 points. You always miss them temples. I do always miss the temples. It doesn't even matter. It's like if the temple card is right in front of me, I still forget. But did I miss one? Is that what you're saying? So then Treetop Village there, that was the first explore card. And we surrounded a mountain. So we'll get a coin. And we use the search again. So no more skill cards for this season. This is another emote. He's not like this. Did I miss one? When did I miss one? Okay. So let's flip another explore card. We got Ogre Charge. All right, so this is a monster. Like I said, we haven't gotten a single monster yet, so then it's already fall season, so we could just get 3 here. And the first one is going to be Ogre Charge. So we can't use skill cards. We already used search this season. So following the solo rules here, we start in this bottom left corner. And unfortunately, it can just fit right there. So that's where it's going to go. And next explorer card, we got Riftlands. So Riftlands, we could draw any of the terrain types. So it might just be best. All right, so I'm gonna go here with. I'm gonna go right here with trees. And the reasoning for that is that will give us another row for Greenboro. And then it's also going to give us the 6 points for Borderlands. So that'll be our first full row. I mean, I could have went water there. I don't know. There's probably better options. But that one costs 0 time. So we'll flip again. And we have another monster. So I'm hoping that some of these monsters fill in these Borderlands for me. We have Kobold Onslaught. So this starts in the same corner as the Ogre Charge. So right here. And we're going to work clockwise around the board. So, oh, Bill went there. Let me just dry erase and move my spot, dude. No. Yo, while you're in here, though, I'm not sure how we would figure it out. But it would be nice to know if me adjusting the settings like change the delay at all, so that we could play one-on-one. But yeah, I'm not sure. The delay it's really annoying, but hopefully I adjusted a couple of the settings, so we'll see. But yeah, so this ogre or cobalt onslaught's gonna go up here, and it can't be drawn in any of those spots. So then the first legal spot would technically be right here. So this is where this is gonna get drawn, and that does kind of help with Borderlands. All right, next explore card. So 2 monsters already. We're at 2 time out of 7. So this will be 4, and this is Homestead. So we already used a skill card. Am I missing a coin? Like, how many coins should I have? So this should be a coin. This should be a coin. That's a coin. So we should have 3 coins here, right? I mean, I drew this smaller shape. I drew this smaller shape. And then I have a mountain there. So I must have missed a coin somewhere. And the only reason I'm checking that is because I want to draw this homestead maybe twice to get another 8 points. Now, I don't know if this is worth it or not, but we'll see. So what I'm going to do here is take draw homestead, and we're going to use concentrate skill card. So this says spend 3 coins. So now we have no coins. And it says during the draw phase, if an ambush card is not revealed, draw the chosen shape a second time, fill it with the same terrain type. So they just need to be, we're going to draw this twice. 2 houses. Get us that 8 points for wild holds. And they just can't be touching another cluster. So I think like this. I thought they were raids, not monsters. I mean, the rulebook calls them monsters. Ambush, maybe ambush. Let me see. I mean, technically just the terrain type is monsters. Like, sorry, my camera is not focusing here, but monster, water, farm, village, forest, and then mountain. So yeah, I'm gonna do this twice. I'm gonna draw this twice. So we have this one done, and then I'm gonna do the exact same shape, just flip it right there so it doesn't interfere with that scouted space, and we'll fill that with village. Now it costs us 3 coins to do it, but we're getting 8 points there and subtracting a monster space, so I think it's worth it, but I'm not 100% sure. So yeah, we use concentrate there. That's one that I rarely use. It could have been better to use acrobatics. I've never read the acrobatics one or used it. So it's during the draw phase if an ambush card is revealed. Yeah, you have to wait for an ambush card to be revealed. So it says the shape drawn on your map sheet is a 2x1 instead of the depicted. So I guess we could have used that there, but oh, none of that was even legal. So yeah, we have to erase all this. So we already used search for the first skill card here, so we can't use concentrate, so at least we get them coins back. And yeah, so I've already done search here, so we can't do that whole house shape down here like I wanted to get that extra 8 points. So then maybe we just do one of those. So we have to do one like this. And also, I'm trying to fill in some of these border spaces, so just do one like this. Alright, so we're at 4 right now out of 7. So then we'll flip another card. And we got the dire wolf. So this is another monster. Another raid. Dire wolf prowl. So after drawing this, we have to destroy an empty scouted space or an empty ruin space. So this is going to start right here in this bottom left corner. And this is sort of a weird shape. It's actually 2 separate shapes. So starting with this shape, we go up here. And we cannot draw it there, so the first legal space is going to be right here. And it's actually going to give us a coin. So that'll put me at 4 coins. Alright, we're at 4 time out of 7. And then we flip a ruins card. So now we got farmland. So we have to draw this farmland here on a ruin space. And I also want to try to get some of these borders filled in. So the borderland scoring card, meaning like full rows, full columns, all that stuff. Alright, the best spot I see for this right here. And then we're going to get a coin for drawing that smaller shape. And that was right on the ruin space. So we didn't miss that one. 2, 4, 5 out of 7. And we got a lot of cards here. I'm going to move these up a bit. And we'll flip. We get... wow, another temple. So this hamlet has to go on a temple space. So just pull these out so I can see. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 out of the 7 times. So 2, 0, 4, 5, 6. And this also has to go on a temple space. So we're still scoring wild holds, and there is a temple here, so we're gonna get that 8 points anyway. So we'll get a coin for drawing the smaller shape, and the temple is there. It might be hard to see. The delay to the chat is extreme. Okay. Is there a way to like check the delay, like just on the stream in general? I have no clue. I literally just texted you, so let me know when that comes up. Alright, Temple Ruins. That was Hamlet. And I think I said we're at 6. So we have 2, 4, 5, 6. Yep. So one more Explore card, most likely. Let's see. Yep, Great River. So this is the final Explore card. That was a lot of cards for fall. Now, where do I want to put this? If I can, I would like to get... Honestly, right here seems best. I mean, we're going to get 5 coins for this spot right here. Let me show you what I mean. So we have the final scoring card for the Great River. So this is the option to draw either one of these shapes we're going to go with this smaller one. And we're going to put it right here because one, we get this scouted space. Two, we get a coin for drawing that smaller shape. We also surrounded a mountain, so another coin. And we also filled in all the spots around the frozen lake, so 4 more coins here. So we'll go 1, 2, 3, 4. So that was a lot of points there. All right, so that was the end of fall. We score C and D. I'm going to pull this down so we can see. Now this is wild hold, so you're going to get 8 points for each cluster of village spaces that's 6 or bigger. So we have this one, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, so 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 16. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 24. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 32. So 32 points for C. And then for D, we have Borderlands. We haven't done so well with that yet, but Borderlands is going to give you 6 points for each complete row or complete column of filled spaces. So we'll do the columns first. I don't think I have any columns. The closest one is this one, missing that 1. So then we really only have that 1 row here. This row is filled in. So we get 6 for D. Add up these coins, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 coins. And then we'll subtract from these monster spaces. And we did forget to destroy after drawing that dire wolf. So I'll do that now, and then this is minus 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So then we have 32 and 11 is 43. So we get 43 points in fall. And then we'll go to winter. And we did get some monsters there, so we got to pull them out. So we have Direwolf, we got Kobold, and we got Ogre Charge. So that was all 3. We pulled all 3 in fall. We'll add that last one to the explore deck and shuffle it up. The delay to the chat is extreme. It's a bit of a shame. So people might just come in here, chat, and see I'm not responding and leave. That would suck. I wonder why the delay is so bad. I'm on 8. Oh my god. You should not be. You really shouldn't be on your phone while you're trying. He says I am on 83. Okay. So we're gonna score D and A in this winter season. So this is 6th time. Gonna start flipping cards here, so we can wrap this up. First card is an Outpost Ruins card, and we have Treetop Village. Now we don't score wild holds anymore, so my biggest goal would be to fill in these rows and columns, or get some trees in rows and columns like that. So the best option is trees here, since we don't score houses. Now this has to go on a temple ruin space, and we do have 1 left. So what I want to do here is maybe something like this. All right. And then that gives us 2 points for those 2 rows having it. And then I'm trying to get some filled Borderlands points here as well. And that was on top of a ruin, so we didn't miss that ruins card. And then we'll flip 1. Okay, now we're drawing Forgotten Forest. And Forgotten Forest. So where can I get some full Borderlands points? Unfortunately, we can't draw there. We'll go with right here. This is going to give us a coin, and then this row now has a forest space. Now, the column already had one, so I want to keep those skill cards in mind. We've got Concentrate, Acrobatics, and Search. Alright, what are we at? 3? Let's flip. Okay, this is 5. So then we're getting trees, which is good. And I'm going to put this right here. Sorry, let me pull this down. I'm going to put this right here. Alright, now